So, Natsu, can you tell us about this? Like, what's the history of the shave in your head? Do you know?
No.
Of course not. Of course you don't. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Small Talk Japan. My name is What the fuck am I saying? Hey everybody, welcome to Small Talk Japan. On this show, we talk about all things Japan in English. My name is Mitch, and these are my co-hosts.
Natsuki.
And Alex, hey.
And today we're going to talk about Japanese apology. My shirt is being keyed out. Look at that. You can
Wow,
you can
it's
see
gone
through
red.
it. You can see.
What
through
is it? Super Saiyajin?
it? It says Saiyan Army.
Saiyan Army. It's from Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z. That's right.
Z.
Maybe, but it's probably actually from China. I'm
Yeah.
thinking the T-shirt is from China. Bought it on Amazon. It's kind of fun, but it's being keyed out.
It's yellow, isn't it?
It's yellow. It's not even green. I mean, this set is totally real.
Yes.
We spent all this money for this set in Tokyo.
Let me grab
guys.
something from behind.
Okay, guys. Today we're. I'm so sorry that my shirt is being keyed out. Today we're going to talk about apologies in Japan.
Apologies.
Now, today's show is inspired by a tweet. Natsuki, can you tell us about this tweet?
Yeah, you sent me a line and it was funny.
Don't make it like, okay, if you just Mitch sent me this and told me to talk about it. It's not a very interesting show if you say it like that.
But that's the fact. But anyway, the takoyaki company, I mean the shop owner, mistakenly put his hair into takoyaki. And
No, he didn't actually.
Yep.
Josh, can we start over? His hair fell into, or somehow got into the takoyaki.
that's it.
He's like, and this is for extra flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what happened?
Oh, okay. But anyway, so he apologized himself, shaving
His hair.
his hair. Balls.
And what did he do with the
Okay.
shaved hair? Did he put that in takoyaki as well? There's a lot of takoyaki there.
Okay, couple of things. One, yes, he shaved his hair.
Okay.
Bozu is not English. Okay, bozu
Shaved
means,
hair.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Bozu means buzz cut in English.
Huh, huh.
It sounds similar, buzz cut. And the reason why it's called buzz is bodycons, the shaving noise is buzz. So buzz cut.
Oh, the sound comes to the word. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you guys say bozu. It's not bozu in English. It's buzz cut.
So he
Buzz
shaved
cut.
his head,
So he
right?
shaved his head.
Yeah.
Buzz cut. Sounds cool.
Sorry.
So takoyaki, some hair fell into the takoyaki when he was making it, and as a result of that, someone complained, and then he shaved his head to apologize.
Right.
And he
then-
posted it on Twitter.
Right. That's it.
You know
For
what I think
promotional reasons.
You know what I think we should do from now on, guys? We should have Natsuki translate a Japanese news story and have it for us every week.
Oh, that'd be good, yeah.
Yeah, that would be good for myself.
We won't know who's doing what or where it's happened or anything.
And this man put his hair into the takoyaki and then he shaved his head. Like, none of the relevant information is in the story, man.
You could put like a fact check at the bottom of the screen just to make sure
A little needle.
what's correct.
Like-
Yeah.
We're just kidding. We love you, Natsuki. But anyway, he did. Okay, so he got his hair was found in the takoyaki, which if you guys don't know, it's like the little octopus batter fried balls.
Yeah.
And to apologize, he shaved his head. Now, the reason why we're talking about apologies today is because I think that the way the Japanese people apologize versus the West is very weird. Is that elitist and culturalist? It's very different. That's more inclusive, right?
It's weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Have you ever seen people shaving his or her hair when somebody screws up?
No.
I have.
No.
I was at Yataimura, which is like, it used to be like this village of little yatais. What would you call those? Food
Like
stands?
Food stands, yeah. Yeah.
And there was
stalls.
like a businessman in his like friend group, and he like had a really bad shaved head, and they're all dogging on him.
Right.
And I was like, "What's going on here?" He's like, "Oh, he made a mistake, so he had to shave his head, so we're giving him shit."
Right.
And I was like, "Why did he shave his head?" It's like, "Oh, in Japan, when I think it was probably Eigyo shot like a salesman."
Yeah.
And so like when you make a mistake, like it's like a way to show that you're sorry.
Well, some people want to do stuff like that, like lad culture. You know,
Lad culture.
They like it. You know what I mean? Whatever.
What do you guys? What does this lad mean in your English?
Lad's like a group of young men go out drinking, do stupid stuff. You know what I mean?
Is that why I always see on Facebook Lad Bible and they have stupid guys doing stupid things?
Yeah. That's the basic thing, right? So those kind of people, into football or rugby or something like that, and
we'd probably just call them jocks.
Jocks, basically, that kind of thing.
But it's kind of a boys thing. So, Nazi, can you tell us about this? Like, what's the history of the shave in your head? Do you know?
No.
Of course not. Of course you don't. You don't
Do you know,
You don't.
Alex?
Wait. Everybody, Natsuki comes to be on the show so she can learn about Japanese
Right. Thank
people
you.
and
Thank
culture
you.
from us two white boys.
Right.
I'm like, now I understand why people are doing that.
In fact, there's research notes that I give to everybody before the show, so we have to research things so we can know what we're talking about. And almost always, Natsuki's like, I didn't know that. I'm like, it's in the notes. She's like, I didn't read it. Alex, you probably understand where this comes from. It comes from Bushido culture, right?
Maybe. I mean, I've not looked into it, so I can just give you my best guess.
Okay.
I guess shaving heads and stuff like that for baseball club and things like that probably comes from post World War II, maybe pre World War II actually, like lice and things like that. I'm guessing.
Well, there's that.
But I think as a historical punishment, people used to have chonmage, the haircut.
Can you explain what that is? It's the so
basically
samurai.
they would shave the forelocks off and the front of the head, and then have the back of the head grow longer, and it would be kind of plaited into a ponytail, and then kind of curved around back over the front bald part.
So if you've ever seen a samurai movie, they don't actually grow their hair for the movie, so it's all fake, and you can see the line where they have their fake prosthesis on. But it's basically like a ponytail that comes out and goes forward.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's long. The samurai have long hair.
So that was a status of being bushi, a warrior. And to shame people, they would cut the top knots off. So they'd lose, a symbol of their samurai status. So hair actually was really important in Japan originally.
It's also in Western countries because in the Bible there's this story of Samson and his hair.
Yeah.
And if he ever cut his hair, he'd lose his powers or whatever.
Well, also Islam as well. Wearing a hijab to cover the hair up.
Yeah.
Or Hasidic Jews as well. They
have the long whatever this is called.
Yeah, with wigs and stuff too. So there's a lot of hair related.
Well,
things.
To be fair, in the West, judges used to wear fake Victorian wigs.
That's true, yeah.
Where did that come from? Your country?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not quite sure why. I don't know what they...
But yeah, if you were a samurai and you did something bad, they'd take the sword and cut off the top of your hair.
Yeah, to humiliate you so you lose your status.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some students that went from Kagoshima, Satsuma to the UK. In
12 students or whatever it was.
Yeah, 19 of them it was in late 1800s. And when they went, the first thing they did was got on the boat and surrendered the swords, which are the symbol of their status as samurai. And then they cut off the top knot and had a Western haircut.
So they were blending in kind of.
So yeah, but that to them would have been a huge act, sacrificing the status to go into, an unknown place or whatever. So it's a big,
Little off topic. All those 19 boys, they went all over Europe and only one of them went to California. And then that was the only one that didn't come home.
Yeah.
They all came back from your country. They're like, screw this place. Let's go back to Japan.
California and make some wine.
Yeah, the one guy that stayed in California, he's like, I'm going to open a winery and have fun in California. Never came back.
And a sex cult.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll go into that in detail some other time.
We could talk about that some other time. Natsuki, who just researched what it means while we were talking. What does it mean,
What does
Natsuki?
it mean?
Yeah, I googled why people shave their heads when they screwed up.
As I'm watching her do it.
I just had another idea actually. It could be to do with shukke as well, like Buddhism.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Okay,
says,
what is it?
When monks go to, temple to practice themselves, they shave their heads.
Practice themselves.
To practice themselves. What does that mean?
to pray.
Pray.
Okay.
No, practice. Shugyo, train
Shugyo.
themselves.
That's a train. Yeah.
For training, okay. Buddhist training, okay.
Buddhist training. They shave their hands. So before
Their
hands.
Yeah,
They
no,
shave
no.
their hands.
Natsuki, what's going on with your English today? It's just all over the place. Did you sleep properly last night?
beforehand. No, beforehand.
Beforehead. Oh my lord.
But anyway.
You know what it is? She's sober. If she was drunk, she'd be so much better at English. When she gets
Give me
drunk,
beer.
man, she's
Give
just
me
blah,
beer.
blah, 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 blah.
Bring
So
me beer.
when they shave their head in Buddhism, it's just cut off ties with the past, right? That's the meaning behind it, I think. Yeah. Josh, is that correct?
There's actually one major sect of Buddhism in Japan where the monks don't have to shave their hair.
Yeah, Jodo Shinshi, yeah.
I wasn't gonna name them, but yeah. But so they have like all the monks have like these super playboy haircuts and everything. I'm just like, oh, okay.
I don't trust them.
And they drive like really cool cars and stuff. I'm like, if you're gonna be a monk, be in their temple.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
also,
Josh.
I remember like back in high school days, like baseball clubs, boys always, shave their head.
But that's because they run faster without hair.
No, when they lose their game. When they lose their
when they
game.
lose their game. Okay. Hi, Josh.
As you said, Buddhism, it comes from ancient India. And in India, shaving your head is the biggest humiliation that you can get. And it's what they do to criminals, apparently.
Wow.
And it's also considered to be the first step towards eternal liberation, as hair is a symbol of worldly thoughts.
So it's Buddhism from India. Aren't you Buddhist?
What?
You're Buddhist, right?
Yeah, what? No, I don't know.
Have you ever shaved your head to, be more eternal or whatever you used to just
I
say?
used to shave my own head when I was a teenager.
You used to have a skinhead?
Yeah. Not total skinhead, but like a short buzz cut, you know what I mean?
Ah.
'Cause it was
Like Beckham? No.
Yeah, just like David Beckham, yeah.
Just like David Beckham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly as hot, as good looking as David Beckham.
Precisely.
But better spoken.
But slightly better spoken and much more intelligent.
The guy is
But
so
also
dumb.
much poorer.
Every single time Beckham says something on TV, I'm just like, stop talking. Don't give him the mic.
He's got more money than either of us will ever earn.
And a beautiful
So,
wife. They're still
yeah.
married, right?
Yeah.
Posh Spice or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I know every single time like somebody looks at my haircut, they're like, Beckham. I'm like, is this the only white guy that you know that has like hair that goes up? And
They
it's-
say that to everybody.
Your hair is far away from Beckham.
Thank you. She's getting back at me for making fun of her English earlier. So yeah, you were talking about yakkyu, sports. Dude, like baseball is like a religion here.
Yeah.
It is a religion. And when the boys, you watch the Koshien, the National Baseball Championship of high schoolers,
Yeah.
they cry. And the parents get crazy. It's like a religious, like it's like a mega church.
Yeah. Isn't it like American football?
I mean, like they
In
get into it,
USA.
but they like every single time they interview the kids, they're not crying. They're
Oh.
always crying on Japanese
They
TV.
love crying.
I did my best. We did our best. We did it, and then they shave their heads. It's like crazy, man. I'm like, wow.
Right. But that made me cry, and I cry too in front of TV.
Yeah, cry too much, man. I don't know what's going on with that.
It's because they don't have an output or
Yeah,
outlet
and,
into real life, so they gotta watch.
Koshien is their dream. They always want to go.
But then my question is, what happens after that? They go and like work at a factory job,
Only few people go to pro tennis.
and the rest of them like
tennis.
go work in a factory, and they talk about how that one time that they went to Koshien 25 years ago.
Right, that's true.
For the rest of their life.
No, seriously, and you're just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
I hear
for you.
recently they go to college.
as opposed to before, we were just throwing them off a cliff and like,
Yeah.
get out of here.
You're done now. You're finished, kid.
Yeah, at least in American like high school sports, like if you're really really good at the sports, you get a scholarship, you go to university, you at least have a degree when you're done.
Yeah.
I mean, whether or not you studied anything in university, that's a different story. But at least you have a degree.
Okay.
Anyway, what are we talking about? Apologies. So let's talk about the different ways of apologizing in Japan. Okay. So let me give you a situation, and Natsuki, you tell me how you think that somebody should apologize. Okay. Let's say you bump into somebody on the street. What do you say?
すいません.
That's it, right? Sumimasen means excuse me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what if you like step on somebody's foot and you make them bleed?
Bleed? What, you stepping on the foot with?
You boot.
The fuck?
This happened to me at a concert, and I felt really
Is
bad.
that person
Bleed.
naked, with no shoes?
She had pumps
Naked?
on. She had pumps on,
Pumps.
and I had like my boots on, and like, yeah, sorry, lady.
But I've done that before, actually.
See, it's
Yeah,
more
in
common.
the bus in Kyoto.
And then what
you
did
made
you do?
someone's foot bleed. by
Not
stepping on it.
bleed, just
Bruised.
bruise maybe.
What did
yeah.
what did you do?
すいません.
Okay, so the difference between a casual bump and like bleeding is sumimasen to sumimasen.
Yeah, sounds different.
Yeah.
Okay, what about if you like, let's say you're taking a test at school and you kaningu you cheat,
Okay.
and you get caught by the teacher. What do you do?
すいません.
It's the same fucking word. It's not even gomen nasai, which is I'm sorry. It's like, excuse me.
すいません is also I'm sorry じゃない?
Sumimasen is
Yeah.
like 7 different meanings. It's like excuse me, I'm sorry, thank you. What else does it mean? Like, I don't know. Everything. Please hold the door.
No. Can mean no as well.
It can be no. We don't have that thing.
Yeah.
Do you have this?
すいません.
Like, are you guys open? すいません, we're closed. It's like
すいません.
power word.
So where does ごめんなさい turn into ごめんなさい, すいません? What's the-
申し訳ない.
Actually, when you say when I was in college, I did some part-time job, and I said ごめんなさい to the customer.
You mean your drinking job?
No, not the different job. But anyway, my senpai, my old senpai,
Your elder.
my elder scolded me
For saying ごめんなさい to the customer.
So
Why?
you're not supposed to say ごめんなさい to customers.
Why?
That's a like casual word, like between family.
ごめんなさい is casual and すいません is formal.
申し訳ございません.
申し訳ございません.
So to the customer, I said, ごめんなさい
What
to
was
the
the
customer.
situation? What did you do? Did you step on their foot?
No. I was
And make them bleed.
I was supposed to bring tea actually to
Right.
the tea party じゃなくてなんか lounge
Tea room.
and then I brought different tea. She ordered English tea, but I brought her
Green tea or something. Okay.
And then I said, ごめんなさい and then my senpai scolded
Elder.
me. Yeah, in the back.
Okay, what would you do? Let's say like husband and wife. Husband cheats. Comes home, wife's angry, throws something at him. What does he say?
ごめんもうしない本当にごめん
本当に, which is really. ごめん, which is sorry.
本当にごめんもうしない絶対しない
I won't do it again. But you will. Of course you will.
By the way, it's not my husband.
What if you like lose a bunch of money? Let's say your husband goes out to pachinko, loses like 5 mon, like so $500, comes back. He's like, no, it's okay. I gotta be honest with you. I lost a lot of money at pachinko.
とごめん悪い
You were going to get angry then first, weren't you? You were imagining that it was like the wife's side and you were going to get angry.
Right. Wife's side.
You're like,
バカじゃないの死ね
Okay, so let's go down the list really quick. Okay, so there's ごめんなさい, which is more casual. Then there's like すいません. Then there's 申し訳ございません.
So the formal way to apologize is probably 申し訳ございません
Well, then what is 申し訳ない? It's like a casual, formal.
Yeah, 申し訳ない is the way of apologize from top to like down. Do you understand what I mean? Boss to
yeah.
core.
Hey everybody, you're all fired. 申し訳ない.
Yeah. 申し訳ないがクビだ
Okay, like let's talk about the cultural meaning of this, okay? So when we say sorry in English, the words I'm sorry means like I feel terrible because I've done a bad thing. I'm expressing that I feel bad and I'm remorseful for that. It's almost like what you would do when you talk to God. Like when you apologize and repent to God, you're asking for forgiveness. You're asking God to say, "Oh, Mitchell, it's okay that you stepped on that lady's foot at that Bruno Mars concert. She was drunk anyways. It's fine. There. That's what you want, okay? In Japanese, you're not actually asking for forgiveness, are you? いいよいいよ許すって言わないでしょ It's like, it's okay, I forgive you. You don't say that, right, in Japanese?
いいよいいよ許すまで言わないね We don't say I forgive you.
Right.
But ごめんなさい means that though, doesn't it?
ごめんなさい
ごめん.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, it means forgive me, basically. No.
But you don't forgive them. You know what I mean?
No, the ごめん actual meaning is like forgive, right?
That's literally what it means.
Literally.
So, すみません just means excuse me or pardon me. I guess it's a similar thing. But it doesn't mean the same thing. Like, they're not asking for forgiveness. I think that again, in English, I'm sorry is showing remorse.
Yeah.
Whereas I think when you say すみません it's just acknowledging the fault.
I think people do show remorse, and I think it is pretty similar. The difference is that in Japan, that an apology is enough a lot of the time. So
can you talk about that? Like, there's famous cases where people get carted out in front of the media.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, corporate negligence or something like that.
Yeah.
Some people have died in a car accident or whatever because of faulty parts, and they've not done a recall or something like that. The CEO can go out in front of a press gang or whatever, and he'll just do like a 30-second bow at 90 degrees.
Can you talk about the difference in bowing? Like why that's important?
Well, so, just a shallow bow is like a lighter greeting or something like that, or if you've like bumped into somebody like Natsuki was saying before, you'd be like, "Oh, sumimasen," and maybe do the knife hand.
The knife hand. This
Knife
means, This
hand.
means excuse me. I don't know why. Or I'm cutting through. Excuse me. Excuse me.
And then more gomenasai. And then, you know, obviously if you're making a more serious or formal apology, you're going to bow deeper. And like
And then-
90 degrees is about as much
And then
as
they hold it.
and hold, yeah, for a long time.
And then they put, where do you put your hands? Like in the back of the legs or something like that? I forgot. Like
So
there's
your
like-
hands are supposed to just be by your sides, and then as you bow down, they should pretty much stay there. They'll slide down your leg a little bit.
Yeah, and then they just like sit in a 90-degree angle with all these flashes going off because
Yeah.
people are taking like pictures of it.
Right.
And then they're usually bald because they're old guys.
Yeah.
And they just sit there and they just sit there and 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 then it's done.
Yeah, and then done, and that's it, and
You're
we're all
like,
good.
oh, we're all good.
Yeah. Some
Forgiven.
people, there's actually a good book I've got at home about bowing and how people do it. And it points out several ways that Japanese people bow incorrectly, like by a school of like, etiquette and stuff like that. So some people bring their hands behind the back onto the backside when they bow down.
Yeah.
Or some people bring them in front
They
as
put
well.
it on their butt actually, yeah.
Yeah,
but
which is, that's not correct apparently. You're supposed to keep them pretty much by your side.
So there's a famous case of the politician. Who
That's
was it?
wrong, where she's got her hands crossed in front of her body. You're not supposed to do
That's
that.
more of a greeting, right?
No, you're not supposed to do it at all. It's
But
Korean.
when you go to a department store,
They
people...
teach them how to do that, but it's not right.
Okay.
Traditionally speaking.
Oh, I see.
So getting back to the apology really quick though, there was this famous, I think it was maybe it was an actor. And anyway, he did this press conference where he was like apologizing, I think for cheating or something. I don't have the details, but he was fake crying the entire time.
Oh, that was the comedian?
It was a comedian. Do you remember the details of that? He was like wildly crying and hysterically fake crying on TV for like a good 20 minutes. It was hilarious.
雨上がり消したいな、なんだっけ、宮迫やろ。宮迫謝罪会見。
Didn't he apologize because he took a bribe from
He took money from
Yakuza?
Yakuza.
Yeah, he did like private
That's what it was.
comedy
yeah,
show.
that's the top one. And then skip ahead. Oh god, it's so uncomfortable. Look.
Yeah.
Wait until it gets
So
like.
even Japanese people can tell that's fake.
Yeah.
But he is not fake because he looks like.
Yeah. He's doing his serious thing.
What were you saying?
So Nonomura is like a politician. He was the best
Yeah.
interview
Nonomura.
I've ever seen in my
He's
life.
crazy.
Nonomura. Is he wearing like a light blue suit or something like that when he's doing this?
He literally just goes mental for about 40 minutes.
Ah, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, this one is so good.
And then he gets questions halfway through and he's going like this. Like to hear it with his hand in front of his ear. instead of-
聞こえません。え
But in front like that on the front of his ear.
What did this guy do? He was a politician that did. What did he do?
He used loads of government funds to go to onsen trips with his mother. I think it was his mother. It was loads. It was a lot of money. It wasn't like a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
God.
hilarious.
And he was going, "Oh, I'm doing it for the future of Japan's children." And oh my god.
So every time you're having a bad day. Oh, what was that idol? The AKB48 idol that shaved her head?
She's an idiot.
Listen to this, guys. So idol girls in Japan are by contract not allowed to have boyfriends or husbands. Or girlfriends. We were LGBTQ friendly here. But anyway, this girl, this just normal idol girl who's just a human being like the rest of us, had like a secret boyfriend, which if she didn't get caught, would have probably been okay. But then she got caught. So then I think she takes to Twitter and then like, or somewhere, live streams herself apologizing, fake crying, and shaving her head.
But let me tell you, as a Japanese person, I feel like, why is she doing such a thing?
Lots of people thought it was weird.
Yeah, that's so weird.
So she's like basically doing it as a publicity stunt, I reckon.
Yeah.
Also, like, she didn't do a good job shaving her head.
yeah, she
I know,
probably
man.
did herself.
Shit, I used to do it myself. I used to do a better job than that. You know what I mean?
You know, I feel like this is like the Japanese version of the American celebrities going to rehab.
Britney Spears.
They do something bad and then they just go to rehab for like a month and then it's all okay again.
Yeah, you are forgiven.
Yeah, it's like no problem, guys. Britney Spears, I don't even want to get that's sad, tragic story of her life.
Yeah.
She probably she did that in Vegas too. The buzzing of her hair. She did that in
Why did
Vegas.
she do that?
She's crazy. She's a
She
crazy person.
did just for
She looks like she's enjoying it though. So
So she I might be wrong on the details on this, but she went to this barber shop, I think in Vegas, and then she basically said, I want you to shave my head. And I think the staff were like, no,
really,
we don't want the responsibility of that.
To hide the drug evidence って書いてあるよ。
Yeah, I don't know about that. But anyway, so like this is TMZ, we can't trust those people. But anyway, so like yeah, so she was like, I'll do it myself, and then just shaved her head.
Wow.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about that idol from AKB40. Was it AKB48, Josh?
Yeah, probably.
Poor girl.
But
Shaved her
let me
head.
tell you, I've never shaved my head.
It's just because you're a bad person.
You're a bad
Nice person, right?
Actually, we were
Good
talking about
person.
this. We were talking about this before. That
You made someone's foot bleed, so be quiet.
we both have.
Yeah.
But women don't have to shave their head usually.
No,
It's
no.
not. It's not usually a woman thing. It's more of a male-centric apology.
Nobody has to shave their head. It's usually their own like volition. They've done it.
Yeah, but what I mean is like women generally don't do that as a way of apologizing. It's usually men. that do it.
Neither do men. Usually.
Yeah. So when I was before, like my older brothers' generation, they have to shave their head when they entering junior high school.
Why is that? For hygiene? For like being clean and everything? Or
Yeah, it was the custom,
Oh,
and then
really?
they changed about my time.
But Hayato was talking about this earlier today to me, and he was saying that shaving your head also is like a refresh and a beginning, starting of a new thing.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes people will shave their head when they start something new.
Yeah, but you know,
I just get a dope haircut. That's
I
what
just
like to
get a
do.
dope haircut.
Yeah. Boom. There we go.
Have you ever known anybody dogeza before at work or something?
I have seen, but not very seriously. It was like for joking. Yes.
I was at a drinks party and one guy like did something rude to another dude, and he was like dogezaing, and the superior, the higher ranking dude, kicked him.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Like he's because dogeza, guys, is where you go on all like hands and knees and like put your face all the way to the ground, and you're like, that's when you say the whole like, moshi wake gozaimasen, and like really apologize. Anyway, and the superior dude just fucking kicked him.
That's so dumb.
Oh, so funny. Power play in Japan.
This is not a common occurrence for anybody who's watching. Who's
It
never
doesn't
been to
happen in
Japan.
corporate life, but it does happen in like more like
It's like laddist culture, isn't it? Laddism. That's what it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think, people apologize a lot in Japan. If there's something that they can't provide, it's an apology. But often it's like a kimari monku. So
Yeah.
it's like a set phrase.
Like when they get on the elevator, they're like, "Ah, sumimasen."
Yeah.
You're like, you are apologizing because you too, like me, wanted to ride the elevator.
Yeah. But it's like, interrupt your space. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That kind of thing. But yeah.
But like you were saying, like I think a lot of the apologies that happen in Japan happen just like automatically, and they're not really thinking about it. It's like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem with having lots of set phrases, is that you don't necessarily have to think. If you know in this situation you have to say this phrase, you don't have to put too much thought into it. And that kind of makes it seem a bit like inauthentic.
Well, we have this in English as well. I mean, I ask people all the time, "How are you?" and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but that's a greeting though, isn't it? It's just
Like, how are you?
something-
Oh, I'm good. They could have told me, "Oh, my dog." I'm like, "Oh, that's great news." Hey,
Some Americans actually tell you how they are. It's
yeah.
awful. I'm like, shut up.
it's not.
I don't
awful.
care.
If you're friends and like, "How are you?" "Oh, I have a little bit of a headache."
Stop talking. I'm sorry. Stop talking.
Oh God,
Boring me.
don't do that.
I don't care. It's like when people in England say, come over, come and stay at my house anytime. And Americans go, yeah, sure. And you're like, I didn't actually mean it.
Are you guys the Kyoto of the English-speaking world?
Everybody's like that in England. It's
Really?
like, why would you want someone to come and stay with you? You wouldn't say that.
God, you British people are so negative.
God, no, we're not negative.
You're so negative.
yeah,
realists.
I'll be
Realists.
very careful.
If I tell somebody you can come stay at my house, I mean it.
I
Do
mean
you?
it too.
Yeah.
I mean it too.
I definitely don't mean
Why
it.
are you saying it then?
Just because it's like, a way of saying goodbye.
You are definitely
Just say
Kyoto.
goodbye next time.
Yeah.
You're the Kyoto of freaking the English-speaking world.
British people hope that they will forget in the next couple of minutes. Is that the same in Hawaii? I imagine people just go and stay at each other's house all the time.
Yeah, you just show up at someone's house. You're like, I'm staying tonight.
They're like, okay.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say that kind of reminds me of in Japan when people are like, "Oh yeah, let's totally hang out again," but then like they have no intention
Yeah,
of
they
actually
never
hanging
do.
out.
Oseiji,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily do that, but I do pretend to know people when I don't know them.
Well, I'm British, so I do it back double. So I don't care. If somebody goes, oh, let's go for a drink. Oh, yeah, let's definitely go for a
And
drink.
I'll be paying for it
Yeah.
next Tuesday.
And then
not go.
Delete. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I think we're going to wind down this show. If you guys wanted us to talk about anything that we didn't cover with apologies in Japan, just let us know in the comment section below. If you guys have suggestions for future topics or just want to say hello, we always love comments. Seriously, guys, every time that we get a comment, we share it in our line group and we talk about it and everything like that. So we do read your comments and we do love them. So, give us a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe to never miss an episode. And I think that's it.
We forgot the most casual apology of all in Japanese.
What's that?
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go.
You're so right. They just turn it over to English and they're just like, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
And they always make it like a kawaiso face. They're like, oh,
Yeah, like,
One more word. Wari.
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 I'm bad, so wari.
Wari.
Yeah.
But that's like Josh Cole say, like high school girls that do that.
Maybe high school boys too.
Wari.
Wari.
There's so many ways to apologize in this country. Anyways, guys, you don't have to apologize for watching this episode because we love you. And we'll see you guys next
Unless
week.
you didn't subscribe, in which case, moshaki gozaimasen.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.